your life. A day in your life. You can talk about your wife or your spoiled little children. You can talk about your in-laws or how you hate them. It's a day in your life. A day in your life. You can talk about sport or tell a story. Is it football you like or cooking a curry? It's a day in your life. A day in your life. It's possible you have parents that seem overbearing. Maybe you have a sibling or two that hate sharing. It's a day in your life. A day in your life.
How did you spend your day before the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus? From the moment you woke up till the time you went to sleep. Please include non-work days and thunderbolts days as well.
Just trying to make sure I'm asleep most of the day, most of the part
Most
of
of the day.
So
Ah,
I
okay.
am
Part of the day.
waking up at about 9:30 a.m.
9:30. How?
Then
That is too late.
through my morning by helping my wife in her household. In fact, our household
Oh,
chores.
thank you.
So I do a
Siabonga.
little bit of mopping of the floor, sometime
Sometimes
do the jhadu, the brooming part as well.
brooming.
After that, we do some sort of a brunch, and
You don't
it's noon by that time. So that's my first meal of the day.
That is sad.
After
How?
that, I go down to checking my emails and
Yeah, bro.
responding to a few customers who are working from home.
Customers or girlfriends.
Post that, probably
course.
watch something on Netflix.
How? It's a good
some
life.
series, kill time till 4 p.m.
And what is your wife doing at that
that's
time?
that's when I have lunch, and then
I thought you had brunch.
I missed out.
You have brunch and
so
lunch.
between 9 and 12, I am also trying to do a workout by watching stuff on YouTube and
Your workout.
etc., just trying to keep fit and
Is by watching
do some
stuff.
fitness routines.
I would like
with
to
no
do that.
equipment because I don't have any at
Fitness
home.
stuff by watching on
I
YouTube.
never thought I would need any. Anyways, this lockdown is teaching me a lot.
Oh,
Going forward,
good.
then we 4 p.m. lunch. Again, do a
Look.
little bit of work.
You have brunch and
Trying to
lunch.
learn something new. Some technology. I was working in a software company in
Oh,
the past, so
Very good.
trying to get my hands on something
like
different this time.
How different?
Learn some new techniques.
What
I'll keep
techniques?
that a secret because
Why?
I
How?
don't want to divulge more because
Why not?
I don't think I'll be able to finish the
Python script maybe.
Anyways,
How?
and then it's about 7 o'clock. Help my wife with cooking some dinner.
Finally, you're helping your wife. Eh?
And
Yeah,
hit the
but-
bottle every alternate day.
Oh, that is,
or
and
more, if
you're trying to
possible,
keep
if
fit.
the wife allows.
How?
And then it's dinner time, 9 o'clock.
How? I need to speak to your wife.
Before that, at around 8ish,
Uh-huh.
a few of us get together and
Get together.
the
The lockdown.
video call using all the latest technologies. The app.
This
I
is
wouldn't want to
so
name
sad.
again. But trying to stay in touch with friends.
You need
spend
to.
time with the family.
You have company with your
My
wife.
son is pissed. My wife is
How?
pissed to see me home.
How? You're
I have
abusing on
broken
TV.
two
How?
pieces of furniture already playing around the house.
Uh-huh.
So I don't think my wife likes the lockdown.
There are things you can play
any
without
better.
breaking things. Eh?
And then 9 o'clock we go back, watch some TV, play carom. Something that I was reasonably good at when I was a kid. So I'm trying to
You have made
get
your
those
wife
skills back.
to be
teach my son
a
as
very
well.
bad person. Eh?
It's a beautiful game. I really like playing carom.
Carom is easy to learn. Eh? I will
Carom,
beat you.
Netflix, and then
will
by
beat you.
midnight, I'm asleep.
And now, during the COVID-19 pandemic,
So I'm not an early riser, so I would wake up by
How?
8 unless there is a game.
That is sad.
On game days, I would wake up at 4:45 and
How?
try
That is
to
probably
get
a
out of
lie.
the house by
also.
5:30, so that 5:30
How?
or 5:40 max, so that I could get to the ground by 6 a.m.
How? 6 a.m. is late. Eh?
And then the usual, we would just
Yeah, but what happened? What happened? What did you do?
I would get up at 8 and get to work by 10.
How? Don't touch your nose in COVID. Eh?
Work through the day, get back by 7 or
7
8
or 8?
p.m. and then
PM from
I,
work.
I do like to play some table tennis or that is something that I have started playing off late because
Yeah,
there is
bro.
a new table in our gated community
Okay.
society. So,
Uh-huh.
table tennis, or I have my
I'll beat you at table tennis as well.
days at
Uh-huh.
another football game at night. So, oops, am I supposed to say that? I don't know. So, yeah,
Oh, this you
that's
are
what
not
my
supposed to say.
schedule used to be when
How?
the
House
lockdown wasn't
is
enforced.
bad. Tell us something about your family.
My family, we are a
Uh-huh.
family of five, which includes my parents.
Oh.
We live together,
Uh-huh.
my wife, and
Yeah,
my
bro.
13-year-old son, who is a handful.
They don't look
Believe
happy with
me,
you, eh? I'm sure.
taking care of boys
How?
is
Taking
a
care of you,
challenge.
I think, is bad. When you were a child, did you dream about your future?
Uh,
Uh-huh.
the
Carry on.
answer is no.
How? Never.
I mean, frankly, nobody asked
Uh-huh.
us what we want to become, and
How? That is
I
sad.
guess that's a problem with our upbringing and
I agree.
our surroundings. But nevertheless,
How? Did
घोड़े
you
का
see the
नाल
clit?
होता है. Uh,
What the
the blinders that a
Yeah, bro.
horse or
Yeah,
a
bro. Yeah,
pony
bro.
wears.
I know what you're talking
So
about.
my parents, my
It's
father had actually put those blinders
what
onto
your
me, and
what
all
your
I
wife
knew
wears now.
growing up
Eh?
was I had to get into a family business of machining, which
Because she doesn't want to see
involved a
you.
lot of engineering. So I
How?
grew up dreaming about getting into COEP, the College of Engineering,
Yeah,
Pune,
bro. So you
right
believed
by Shivaji Nagar. So
your parents'
that
dreams.
was the only thing I dreamt of, and all my
Yeah, bro.
education and all my
Yeah, bro.
dreams were about getting into
Yeah,
COAP,
bro.
and then
Life happens. Eh?
getting on with the family business.
Oh, yeah, bro. Now that you are living your parents' dream, do you have any others?
I do have a dream of doing something different.
Tell us.
I tried my hand at it with
Oh,
another dear friend, but
only one
somehow I
hand.
wasn't very good at the strategy. So that's the reason
Oh,
I failed. So,
just like football, eh?
but having said that,
Yeah,
hopefully
bro.
something
I hope so for you, eh?
down the lines, I will again start working on something, and
I hope you will be
break
successful,
some
eh?
ground. I do believe there are a few people in TZ who can
Quite a
do
few.
groundbreaking stuff, and
He'll break
they
the earth
haven't
also.
realized that. Hopefully, they will very soon and change something.
I hope so. Are you the kind of guy that's hooked to his mobile?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
I
that is
am
sad.
very, very impolite and
So sad.
ill-mannered
I
when it
agree.
comes to groups. So
How?
yes, I am hooked to this whole mobile thing, and I want to make a genuine effort to reduce my screen time.
Then
And
how can you teach your son, eh?
while I'm trying to do that, have not been very successful with this.
Etiquette,
My
etiquette.
wife is irritated to no end,
I hope she is.
and
You seem to be a horrible person, eh?
hopefully things will change for the better in the very near future.
Hope so. Tell us an interesting story from some time near the present. Carry on.
Another interesting story from the recent
How?
past.
I hope this is fun,
Not
eh?
anything to do with football, but
Oh, that is good.
something to do with life. It was a life lesson.
Oh, life
it was
again.
a business lesson.
How?
So
Business.
we are exporting
Oh.
parts to
How?
different parts of the world. And
What kind of parts, eh?
I was looking down the hole when one of my customers said that
Which hole? The
there were
golf?
some,
How?
the many parts that were supplied by me and were not meeting
Is it golf
some
clubs?
specifications, and they were
How?
failing in testing, etc. And
That is sad.
we were looking at a very, very big debit note when
Was it your fault?
I and then I spoke to
Or an employee's fault?
everybody knows who I speak to a lot, and
How? Who is it?
these guys know who they are, and
Okay.
trust you me, it was
Trust
an amazing
me, trust
experience
you.
when I said, boss,
How?
I'm in the doldrums, and they said, what? It's about money, right? Don't worry.
Bad weather.
We will get through this without a
It
problem.
is so nice of
If
them.
it's about money, don't worry. If it's something else, then okay, you need to do what you need to do.
How?
But just those words of
Yeah, bro. You would have
a
asked me.
shoulder,
I would have told you
or
the same thing.
those words of being being
But
there for me,
uh-huh.
in spite of not knowing me for way too long, was enough.
Uh-huh.
It was motivation enough.
It's difficult to know
I
you.
happened to travel to the customer
Yeah, bro.
in the United States, and
Oh.
we were able to rework the parts, and
Uh-huh. Golf.
you know,
Uh-huh.
the losses that my
Clubs.
company had to bear were minimal, and
Oh,
we
brilliant.
actually got over the tide,
Oh,
and
you have
today we
recovered.
are growing
Maybe you can
much
give me some
better.
money now.
If that wouldn't have happened, maybe
Yeah, bro.
I would have been in a different state altogether.
Oh, I'm
So
glad you have recovered.
TZ has given me a lot of good friends,
That
and
is good.
I cannot thank them enough.
And a very bad
They
coach.
are a very, very important part of my life.
Good. Do you have any hobbies? Tell us about them.
Hobbies?
Yeah, bro.
I have none.
Hobbies?
I
No.
don't think
How?
anything that I do counts as a hobby.
How very boring chap you are.
Sorry.
We have heard that you are a passionate footballer and love training. Tell us about your life as a footballer.
Passionate
bro.
footballer?
How?
Yes. Love
How
training?
good?
No.
How so sad?
I
It's
mean,
not laughable.
never. After school, that was when I really trained hard.
What happened then?
Another interesting story.
Oh, another
How did
story.
I actually pick up the game? So,
Tell us.
I started playing football with a tennis ball, and
How?
that's
Okay.
where I actually picked up my skills.
So you're playing tennis and you played
Whatever
football.
little I have. But after that,
You're being
I
very
think I was
modest.
in my ninth standard, and I was
Ninth.
attending the selections for our junior school team.
Tell us.
And I was very, very tense, and I wasn't
Why?
making the cut. And then our
Why?
coach, who also happened to be our
said-
English teacher,
How?
said,
Okay.
"Okay, fatheads, whoever kicks the longest gets into the team."
That is usually
So I went up,
the thing in India.
first shot didn't go too far, second
Wow.
kick didn't go
So you
too
dropped.
far.
Hey, you should
Third
have been
one, I was
dropped.
determined to kick the ball out of the ground, and I went in with a full-blooded toe. I used
Well
to have the
done.
Bogle shoes.
And that
It
is why
had a very nice rubber molded or plastic
you
molded
still to the ball
front
now.
toe, and the ball went out of the park, and I got into the junior school team.
Wow, Bogals. It's a very good put, eh? Bogals.
That was how bad the selection process was.
How
But
bad
having
you
said
were.
that, after that, in the 10th grade, I was the captain of the school team, and
So it
I
worked.
always played central midfield, and that's the reason I
So
am not a
that
very good winger.
English teacher
But
was
yeah,
right
football for me. So
to select you, maybe.
that's what it is.
What are you touching
Grew
the
up
screen all the
playing
time?
pretty late at the age of 14. Got into the school team.
How? That is
Then
late.
after that, junior college, I did not play. I was studying, I guess. The
Okay.
senior college, I did play a lot for COAP.
Talent is born, eh?
Unfortunately, I did not play for any clubs in the PDFA.
You have played
I
less
did
that
play
means.
third division when I was in college, but nothing to boast about.
Okay.
I really missed meeting coach
Oh,
in those
how
days.
nice.
I think I would have been
That would have been
a
funny.
slightly better player if I had met coach
Only
a
slightly.
little earlier. Nevertheless, I met him in my early 30s, and
That shows how much confidence you have in him,
I'm
eh?
still able to play at a reasonable level thanks to
I'm
him.
sure you would have been much better.
But yeah, I hate training.
You are
I
useless
think that
then.
has to change with age.
Then Mr.
Especially
Khare would
when
not
I'm
have liked
41
you.
now. I'm sore after every match day for a couple of days.
That
so
is sad.
hopefully I will start training and get fitter.
In
And
your
for you
dreams.
young lads who are watching that, we
But
still
if you
have it
don't
in
train,
us.
it's no use. Please mention a quote or saying that you believe in, a statement that truly defines who you are or gives you direction.
But something that I believe in, yes, I do. It's from a Hindi movie. Sorry, coach.
Okay.
Sorry, Kafandra, yeah.
Oh. The man who freezes a mind of evil will always be a mind of good.
So yeah, I do believe that there is a good
Oh,
side
Don't include religion.
and a bad side to all of us.
Oh, very
And
true.
we're trying to always show a good side to
I agree.
the public, but
No.
there is a dark
It
side
is-
that
no,
always
that is
resides
wrong.
in us, and
Show good to everything,
we
everyone.
all falter at some point in life, and I believe I've had my moments as well.
You learn
So,
from your mistakes.
it's all about making the good side bigger
Everyone has
than the
regrets.
dark side. So.
Tell us anything else you'd like to be included. Maybe something we've missed out on.
I think I coined a new term for people like me, and that is
Lazy.
control freak.
Control freak.
So I've always been captain
Uh-huh.
of every football team that I played in.
Really?
So I like
Uh-huh.
it when things are in my control, and that
Okay.
brings out the
That is
better
why
sides of me.
your team is playing
Whenever
bad, eh?
I'm being told to play in a
Uh-huh.
certain way by somebody else, I'm not
Yeah,
very,
bo.
very good. Looks like I don't know, but
Active
that is
foxes, eh?
something that I have to change and adapt to improve my
Then
game.
how can you play with a coach?
Apart from that, I also wanted to do a quick round of my favorite players in TZ. At
Okay.
this point,
Oh,
if I'd have had to go into history,
yeah,
the
bo.
list would have been very, very long.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
But
at this
now,
point,
the people you won't
I
mention will feel bad.
it's been an absolute
Uh-huh.
pleasure when I'm playing with Coach Kare.
Oh, when he hears this,
Fantastic player,
he will be
even at this
embarrassed.
age. He's
He is
trying to
very
do his
young.
bit to get back to his fitness, and that
Uh-huh.
is really something
Oh.
commendable. And
Oh.
I would also wish to
Uh-huh.
show that level of fitness and that level of
I
commitment really
hope you do it.
as time goes by, and play
You have to
alongside him for as
work
many
at.
years as I can.
Oh, I hope you
Apart
do it.
from that, I would it would be unfair not
Carry on.
to name Sami Chavan. He is one phenomenal player.
Okay.
I've learned so much from him,
Oh, very
and
good.
frankly, I like to play a lot against him
Okay. That's good
than
as
with
well.
him. But that's just so that I get some bragging rights
Oh, good,
over him.
good.
But he's been a fantastic player for
Oh, that's good.
every club that he's played in every season.
Really.
Capster is from another planet.
Oh, they're funny, man.
Ozzy for the
Oh, you're
the
just naming
stamina that
all your
he
teammates.
shows on the pitch. He is
That's not very fair, eh?
an untamed bull. He can keep running
Oh, really?
those rounds forever.
So when he goes to the toilet,
80, 135 Karan, I think,
does bullshit.
is also
Another.
a very good player, and
I'm telling you,
he
audience,
has tremendous strength and some great dribbling
he's just
skills.
naming his own teammates.
Um,
It's Achik
Apart
Foxes.
from that,
Uh-huh.
I think people like Audi have really upped their game, and
Finally,
when
another
I
player.
first saw them, I had never imagined they would get to this level.
He comes for practice,
Audi
eh?
Shivankar
It's
is
Thunderbolts,
is
another
like a
player.
musician. I
Comes for
just love to
practice.
see him play.
Oh, he plays music.
Adison Kohli is a great find.
Very good.
Fantastic in any position that he can play in.
He will be so happy with that.
Mukul is
So will he
is
when you
another
mention
player
him.
who has really improved over the years. So
I agree.
yeah, that tops up my list of favorite players in TZ.
There are many others.
Thanks a
Eh?
lot for watching. Thank you,
I hope
Kafadre
they
and
foul
media
you
department again
very badly next time they
for
meet you.
choosing me.
Sia
Thank you.
Bonga, and thank you for everything, Sia Bonga.